Welcome to the Irrigation Insights Podcast, where we talk about the business of irrigation. I'm your host, Jacob.
And I'm your co-host, Ben. What you got on the packet today for us?
Yeah, we got another beast of a packet.
You know, the mic will move better if you take your feet off the cord.
My foot on the cord. Oh, shit. Yeah.
What do we pay you for exactly? Because as I watch you do things, I'm just not seeing the intelligence level. I just don't see it.
I can't find my glasses.
Yeah, losing your glasses.
Can't get nothing right.
Get crazy with the highlighter. Sniffing the highlighter.
Yeah.
No wonder you have to be 18 to buy one now.
Yeah, my first Xbox name used to be Sniffing Sharpies.
Why am I not surprised?
It's funny. Yeah, we got another freaking dense packet. That's what I do.
Put everybody to sleep.
Yeah. That's what I do. Read, study. I guess that's what I'm paid for. Is study stuff, bring it to you.
Yeah, it looks like you got a merger packet. Like we're gonna buy like AT&T or some shit.
Yeah. It's that's basically what it is. Just a big accounting packet deck. It's a presentation. Yeah, this is what I'm paid to do: is read stuff, bring it to Ben, and have him figure out how to make it work. This is like.
Hey, wait. Hold on. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my sleeping schedule ready. All right.
Yeah, you can just take a nap.
I'm ready.
I'm getting comfy for this on myself. All right. Well, we did the exterior services report, the 2024 exterior services report a while back. This is this basically the same thing, but for commercial contractors only. The other one was just for outside. I think it was primarily geared towards residential. That was a residential exterior. This is commercial contractors. It's 2024, and like I said in the last one, Service Titan puts these out. They survey over 1,000 commercial contractors in this case, and they always put these out at the end of the year. See you over there. So it's going to be talking about, even though it's the end of the year, you can still see how you lined up and get some ideas for going into 2025. All right, let's get into this. So everything is commercial related for all you commercial irrigators out there. Everybody was a lot more optimistic. 39% of contractors, up 17%. We're a lot more optimistic going into 2024. 43% of contractors will increase their sales and marketing efforts. I mean, we're big doing that in 2024, and we're heavy. We're spending a lot more money already for 2025 in sales and marketing. 69% of commercial trade businesses employ 4 to 6 software solutions to run their business and manage their workflows. Let's get through. Just got to bear with me. I know it's boring, but if you'll listen.
So is everything you talk about.
If you'll listen, you'll get some good stuff out of this. Key findings. 4 to 6 softwares. 39% of respondents express optimism for 2024, and I think if they were optimistic for 2024, how much do you think people are optimistic for 2025?
Is it a percentage or a number?
Well, compared to 2024, I think a lot more people are optimistic for 2025 compared to 2024, because 2024 was an election year, and more people were optimistic in 2024 than 2023.
I know. What does a presidential election have anything to do with a broken sprinkler in your yard? By the way, I just want to put that out there.
I don't know, but we were still getting people saying, "Oh, I want to." Once we got into October,
I'm waiting on the election. What are you going to do? Move out of the country?
Yeah, I know.
You can't sell your house with a broken sprinkler if you're moving out of the country.
Yeah, we were still getting. I want to wait until after the election, then we'll get this fixed. We were getting that
Outside of a freaking Civil War massacre, you're still going to have to fix that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't really know.
Like, I could understand, like, if you were like trying to buy a house or like sell a house or like invest in a company, like that makes sense. But broken sprinkler head,
or a leak, like the leak's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
I mean, outside of a nuke, the problem's still going to be there.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so I think a lot more people are going to be optimistic for 2025. I'm optimistic. I'm always optimistic. I don't.
Even when you shouldn't be. I might add.
Yeah. Key goals for.
You're like what was that? What was that old TV show? I want to say it was Courage the Cowardly Dog or something. When like the whole house is burning down, and he's just sitting there, and he's like, everything is fine.
Oh, that's that meme. Yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Except we are the house burning down, and you're the one sitting there, and is like, oh, everything's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like
I got this under control.
Inside, everything's burning.
Yeah. And you just have a little water bottle shaking it on it. Everything's fine. Look, it's putting it out.
Yeah. I do get pretty anxious. I just can't let it. You just have to keep moving, though. Figure out a way through it. Key goals for commercial contractors. 67% said revenue growth. That's the biggest one. Everybody wants to grow revenue. Followed by process optimization, 33%, and improved profitability at 32%. Let's see. More labor shortages. That's the biggest challenges. 53% said labor shortages, followed by overhead costs at 50% are the primary risks to achieving their goals. It talks about supply chains. I don't think we have. This is across all industries. 1,000 different companies surveyed across all industries. So I don't think we really have a supply chain issue.
No, not really. No.
Revenue channels. 51% get their revenue from repeat customers. Only 17% comes from marketing and SEO. 16% from word of mouth.
16%. Dang.
Word of mouth. Yeah, and then this is for commercial, but 51% for repeat. One thing about repeat, though, I will say, I've heard some big HVAC companies say that, like big plumbing HVAC, these $50 million a year companies or more, $100 million companies, saying that their retention rate is only 10%, about 10%.
That's interesting.
That's low. That's really low. And then a lot of people, when it comes to running ads, pay-per-click has gotten so high. You setting up live?
Yeah, it's not working.
No. Well, while you're doing that,
it's still recording though, so keep talking.
All right. Pay-per-click has gotten so expensive, you can't justify paying $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 for a customer for the first call. So they're looking at what's the lifetime value of a customer, and they think, well, the lifetime value of a customer is $5,000, $10,000, somewhere in there, more depending on the industry. Then we can pay $800 to acquire a customer. But the caveat to that is, if you're only retaining 10% of your customers, I think lifetime value becomes irrelevant. So I'd watch what you're spending on pay-per-click. It's getting very expensive. 24% of contractors said material prices stayed the same. 65% reported lower material prices. This is throughout 2023, though. All right. only 14% of commercial contractors delivered more than 90% of their projects on time. The most common time frame was 61 to 70% of companies delivered their projects on time, I guess. So only 14% of commercial contractors delivered 90% of their projects on time. I wonder where people fall into that. We don't do big commercial projects, so I don't have much to say on some of this stuff. All right. Top goals, growing revenue 67%. I think that's probably going to carry into 2025. Optimizing processes 33%, increasing profits 32%, improving cash flow 30%, retaining customers 26%. I feel like commercial probably does better at retaining customers.
Probably because commercial is going to be a lot more. Contracts, stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's a whole other realm too, because it's like commercial is going to be, you're just bidding the best price. You're not bidding to sell or buy anything. You're just, all right, cheapest price, maintenance contract, let's go.
Yeah, or at least the middle. Yeah, at least getting in the middle. You're not going for high price, high value. You're trying to be in the middle. So yeah, I guess that's why they're not really focused on retaining customers. They're just focused on growing revenue primarily. Biggest risks, labor shortages, labor and overhead costs. So those two pretty conjoined. Increase in material prices. People are worried about economic recession. I think that's going away because we're at the end of 2024. Although it could still happen. Access to working capital. 26% of people are worried about having access to working capital. That's one thing I've noticed about a lot of the smaller guys is they get to the end of the year and I see this every year. They say, "Oh, I've made some profit. I need to buy something so I don't have to pay the IRS."
Oh my God, I know so many people that do that. That is the stupidest thing. Like,
yeah, I know.
I know a guy that does home construction, and he gets a new truck like every year, and I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" And he's like, "Well, they told me they told me my taxes were going to be 60 grand, so I spent 60 grand on a truck." And I'm like, that's dumb.
It is dumb.
That's stupid.
You're spending $1 to save a quarter.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. If you want access to working capital, just pay the taxes. Be profitable so you can look good on paper. Then you can go to the bank, show how profitable you are, and get loans. You can get lines of credit. You can just get whatever you want. But if you're always losing money or breaking even, so you're not paying the government, when you need that money, I mean, the first thing, I just got a new line of credit. They want to see balance sheets, profit and loss statements, bank statements. They're going to see all that, and they're going to be like tax returns. They're going to say, well, you've lost money the last 3 years. Why would I loan you money? So, yeah, don't spend $1 to save a quarter. Doesn't make any sense. Unless you have a solid plan to grow and you need to spend some money. But that's a different story. Business tactics for 2024. 43% spending more on sales and marketing. We're doing that. Improve internal procedures. We're doing that. Invest in technology. We're always looking into that. We've gotten new softwares, hiring new employees. Purchase new trucks, being the lowest. So those are the things people are looking at right here. 35%. Well, this really matters. Key takeaway: an unwillingness to embrace change and adapt to industry demands could create long-term disadvantages for commercial contractors, making them less competitive and limiting their productivity. And I think that's, whether you're commercial or residential, if you're unwilling to embrace change and adapt to what people are doing now, you're becoming less and less relevant.
Yes, 100%, because you're going to get left behind.
Yeah, you're getting left behind. But people are still stuck on that, dying on that hill of I've been doing this for 20 years and it's working for me, so I'm not changing it. Don't have that mindset. Most commercial contractors today send their invoices immediately after completing their work. 55% do that. And collect payment on time. 67% get paid on time. Although 30% of survey respondents said they needed to improve cash flow as their top goal, 20% of contractors take more than a week to send invoices, and 33% of customer payments are more than 1 week late. We've talked about that.
Yeah, we got a whole episode on collecting on site.
Yeah. And with commercial, it's a little different, but I mean, you can't wait a week to send your invoice. That better be sent as soon as you finish. And if you already know their payment terms is going to be 30 days, fine, but send it immediately. And at the 30-day mark, we're making a phone call. It's something. I mean,
yeah, we got to figure something out.
I would want to know their payment terms before I even started the project.
Yeah, that too. Like, how long is it going to take you to pay me?
Mm-hmm. And you can send the estimate. You can get the approval, go through that whole process. And once they approve it, okay, before we get started, I need to know the payment terms. And if they say 90 days, you might tell them, hey, that don't work for me. I need it. Or something. Just whatever. And if it does work for you, fine. But figure it out. Hold them to it. Get signatures. Yeah, it's crazy. Only 67% collect payments on time. And that's commercial. 69% still don't use a CRM to support their marketing efforts or sales pipeline. And that says, could this be the reason why only 17% of contractors' revenue comes from marketing and SEO efforts? If you're not, I mean, you got to be using a CRM. We're going into 2025. Stuff's been around forever now. But I still see people. I mean, they're getting into it. I know there's still some people out there without it. At 53%, labor shortages remain a top concern for the industry. And although the cost of labor is a concern for 50% of survey respondents, 73% still plan to increase technicians' salaries. Okay, so so 73% do plan to increase salaries. 28% have no plans to increase technician salaries. It's interesting.
Repeat that one more time.
Well, it's just talking about how labor shortages remain a top concern.
That was in the last packet from them.
Yeah, I think whether you're commercial or residential, labor shortages are a big concern. But 28% of people don't have any plans to increase pay.
That tells me that they have no plans to grow then. Your guys are not going to get better if you don't pay them more. And they're going to find a better company to go with.
Yeah.
And they're not going to have any driver incentive to work harder to make more money for you because you're not giving them anything to work for.
Yeah. You need some type of pay structure. You don't just have to give it to them. We just rolled out a new pay structure, set goals out so everybody knows coming into 2025, here are the goals. If you hit this, your pay will go up. set something out like that. Here's what you got to hit. As you hit this, your pay set a scale or something to work towards. 15% are only increasing by 1%. Only 6% are going to increase by 10% on salaries. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that with over half the companies out there worried about labor, only 6% are going to do a 10% pay raise.
Well, yeah, and if they're worried about labor, they need to be increasing their pay more. One, to keep the guys that they have, and two, entice other people to come.
Yeah,
that's one of the number one things people leave a job for is higher salary.
Yeah,
or higher pay.
I think it was higher pay and like training.
Yeah, higher pay, training, and work environment. Higher pay is always a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Now most people will weigh higher pay versus higher stress. That's a different topic though.
That is, yeah, that's something else.
Working for you is stressful.
Working for me stressful? Is it? Good. I want it to be a little stressful. I don't think it's stressful enough. To be freaking. That's good. I need some level of stress.
I have a stroke every time you call me.
What did the other guys do?
Yes.
Good.
What do you think happened to those other guys? They died. They didn't quit. They died.
Oh, yeah. Nah, it's not that bad. I want it to be a little stressful. Not so stressful that like you just like can't go to work or I'm dreading Monday, but like, it's got to be high
All
standards.
those things?
It's got to be high standards. We're going to have high standards. No doubt about that.
This is my suicide. Warning, everybody.
And we talked about this, the ratio of technicians to office staff. 43% are at a 3-to-1. That's what I said. I think it should be, although if you can do more, 35% are at a 4-to-1 and 14% are at a 5-to-1. Five technicians to one office staff. Anywhere in that range is really good. Really, I think if you get to a 5-to-1 ratio and you realize that you're not sending estimates on time, your invoices are going out late, your processes start to slip, that's when you need to hire more office staff, go back down to a 4-to-1, find that middle ground. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's just somewhere between a 3 and a 5-to-1, I think. Here's something interesting. 45% stated that migrating to a new software is too expensive, to a new system.
It is, but look at the cost versus what you can get out of it.
Yeah, and 22% indicated that alternatives to their current system are too costly. And I see that a lot when people are talking about, we looked at Service Titan, but it's too expensive, so we're thinking about House Call Pro, or some people say House Call Pro is too expensive, so we're looking at a Jobber.
Ugh, Jobber.
Yeah. But that
just gave me nightmares.
Really, Service Titan should pay for itself. It should pay for itself. And if you're using it to its full capacity, if you sign up for Service Titan and you use it like Jobber, it's going to be too expensive because you're not getting the most out of it. What?
No, I'm just having nightmares of Jobber, dude.
Oh, yeah. So with Service Titan has what they call a Titan score, and it tells you how you rank amongst other people in your industry. And it's rated on how many of its features you're using. So our Titan score is 149. It said we are 90% higher than others like us. So
I wonder why that is.
We're using a lot of their features. And there's still a ton of features we're not using. But if you get that Titan score up, I mean, you're using everything or
that they have.
Yeah.
They have a source. They have everything that they have sourced to us that can help us be better.
Yeah. And that's where you're going to make your money off of it. And then it won't matter what it costs. It's more than worth it. It is a pain to switch over. Probably better to do it like right now in the winter when you're slow.
Yeah, when you have time to do something like that.
Yeah. But it's definitely worth it. Yeah, a lot of this stuff we don't really have to. This is just heavy on commercial guys, but we're doing this for y'all. So 63% keep inventory on hand. 73% order supplies as needed. We keep inventory on hand. 26% order direct from the vendor. 24% direct from the manufacturer. 50% direct from the supply house. I think.
We're direct from the supply house.
Yeah, that's what we are. But if you can, probably direct from the manufacturer would be better.
Well, yeah, but direct from the manufacturer means buying in bulk, which is probably the right way to do it, but you got to have the space to do it.
Got to have the space to do it, and you're going to have to,
You can't put a warehouse in the back of a Ford Ranger.
No. You don't spend a lot of money up front. Technician wages by region and expertise. Really?
Yeah, let's see how competitive your pay is. Come on.
All right, well, let's see. It's broken out by the Northeast, West, Midwest, and South. But we're in the South, so I'm just going to read the South. All of these wages are within like 25 cents of each other. So it doesn't, I'm just going to read the South because, like I said, they're all the same. Apprentice and helpers, $16.68 an hour. Journey or equivalent, $27.75 an hour. That's kind of crazy because if a journeyman's at $27.75, a master is only at $30.69. So $17.68, $27.75, and $30.69. Those average wages. I don't know what $30 an hour
equates to.
Yeah, yearly.
Sounds like you need to increase my pay, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's about to. For 40 hours a week.
Yeah, see, that's another thing, too. Do they work 40 hours a week?
Let's see what it is. Because I don't know. 30, let's say 30 times 40 times 62,000. 62,000 a year before tax. All right. So, well, there you go.
There you go.
But, this is also commercial where I bet you a lot of these people aren't getting any type of pay. They're not getting spiffs. No, they might get some bonuses, but I would definitely do some bonuses. You're going to have to figure out how to structure that. If they're getting paid hourly, but you're working on a project for, whatever it be, 2 weeks. I guess if you're doing a irrigation system for Walmart, that probably really only take you like a week or something. So then you're going to have to do like a bonus for maybe per project or something like that for the irrigator running that. And then the helpers, or you can give all. You're just going to I would figure out something to incentivize. And it could be off of, are they showing up on time? Are they getting it done on time? Getting the project. If you say it's a 5-day project, needs to be done on time, then you get this type of bonus. If you're a day late, bonus goes away. If you're a day early, you get a better bonus. Something like that. Gross margins by building type. Industrial warehouse, 26% gross margin. That's the average gross margin on a project. Retail, 32.5%. Office, 26.7%. Average gross margin. Institutional.
What's institutional mean?
So I was wondering. I don't know, maybe like a school or a government or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, that makes sense.
30%, 30.1, and then multifamily apartments, 29.4. So that's the average gross margin. That was actually, I found that interesting because I thought a lot of these bigger projects made less, but about 25 to 30% gross margin is what they're averaging on these big projects. That was it, dude. I blew through that.
How'd you blow through that big ass packet?
Just did, man. That last one took me a while. There was too much. I can go through marketing. I have a lot to talk about.
No, don't overexert yourself. I'm just trying to figure out like let me see that. Let me see. Let's see this. Like,
well, this one's only
here. I've got like
that was 27 pages. This one was only
here. I've got like the Webster's
16.
Dictionary, and like over there, it looks like I have the King James Bible, and you just blew through that.
Yeah. There's 10 more pages on that one.
There was pages that you didn't even get to in the last episode.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, I just blew through this one. Pretty good. We're probably at what, like 20 minutes?
No, probably not. Probably like 45. That's okay.
Well, is there anything else to go over?
Well, I hate working here.
Oh, whatever. You got it made, bro.
Yeah, okay. Tell that to my high cholesterol, high blood pressure.
Yeah, I got that same.
You created your own problems. Dude, I heard about you having a stroke one day. So this will be funny, right? This will be a nice off-topic thing. I want to know because I know some smokers. I know you're not a smoker anymore, but this guy, he's like, "Oh, I feel like I'm about to have a seizure." What was the first and last thing you did before you ended up in the hospital?
Smoke.
Let me go light up a cigarette. See if that makes me feel better. Pow, dead.
Yeah.
What kind of thinking is that?
A smoker's thinking.
I'm about to fucking die. Let me light up a cigarette right quick.
That's what smokers do, man.
That was freaking funny.
That's what they do.
That was funnier than figuring out you were in. Where'd you go on vacation 2 years ago? The Bahamas?
Hell, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, maybe. So you went to Jamaica this year, but didn't you go to like the Bahamas like last year, and then like I swear you went to the Bahamas like 2 years in a row.
No, I've only been to the Bahamas once.
I swear you went to. Okay, so there was 2 years ago.
And it might have been the Bahamas, 2 years ago.
So like he leaves on a Saturday, and I call him on Tuesday. He hasn't fucking told anybody, and it tells me that I'm like gonna have to pay for this phone call, and he's like, "Yeah, I forgot to tell you, but I'm out of the country," and I'm like, "What the fuck? You've been gone for 2 days and nobody knew."
Yeah,
I think Kelly knew, and she didn't even tell us.
Yeah, Kelly knew. Yeah, I like to just dip out like that.
Yeah, like got this massive fucking project going. Like, all right, hold on, let me call the owner right quick. Beep. It tells me I might have to pay money for an international call. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you have to pay for it?
No, I did. I ended up not paying for it, but it still like told you that it's an international call.
That's funny.
Or at least it did then. It didn't this last time you were gone.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I work on vacation, though, so I usually got my iPad. I got my headphones in. And...
Well, there was that one year I remember you tried to get the iPad out. I swear I heard Kelsey in the background. What the fuck are you doing?
Maybe. I work. I mean, I told her before we left this last time, I said, I have to work. I got like 7 things I got to do. So just get ready.
Yeah, I know. It was funny when I went and picked up Michael to get his van. He was like, "Do we have enough money to pay for this?" And that was like right after I got off the phone with you when I asked you that question. And I was like, "Yeah, we got this." But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else. This could be like our Christmas special. It'd be funny.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah.
That you let none of the guys off all week for Christmas, like we've done every single year. You decided to work us Monday and Friday.
Only Ethan's working today.
Yeah, but we're technically you said we were only off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
When every other year you were like, "Wow, just go through New Year's and then we'll go back to work."
Well, I couldn't go through New Year's the way it was set up this year.
What was different?
Because sometimes it'll be like Christmas is on like Thursday and Friday, and then New Year's might be like to Wednesday, so I can just stretch it out.
Oh, okay.
But it was Monday, or it was Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday. So I don't know. I wanted to. Plus, we got a couple of 5-star reviews for being open for Ethan running those jobs. They were
Today?
yeah, because people were happy that they called in and wanted service, and we were able to get out there.
Why are people waiting to the last minute? That drives me insane.
I don't know, man.
Like when they call, like they'll call like the day before 4th of July, and they're like, "I've got to have this done today," and I'm like, "What?" They'll be like, "Yeah, I've had a broken sprinkler head. You know, it started messing up," and I'm like, "You waited till now?"
Oh yeah.
Like, are you having family over? Are they gonna like check your sprinkler system and it's not working? Like, what's the driving force now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think people get a thrill out of waiting till the last minute. I mean, I do too sometimes, but I'm just saying, like, why we wait till the holidays?
Yeah. So I just kept it Monday. I figured Monday and Friday. That's not bad. And I knew it was going to be slow. I figured we got some new guys. They can freaking pick it up.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have anything today except for those two.
Yeah. So
Good job, Ethan.
tomorrow's Christmas Eve. They can that run. And then Friday, right after, well, Thursday would be right after Christmas. And then Friday, if we have any missed calls, yeah, we'll send out some of the newer guys that haven't been here as long, and they can go run those. And that's just, that's just is what it is.
Oh, there's a classic car meet going on at Texas Motor Speedway. I think I'm gonna lower the van and put some straight pipes on it and take it out there. I might run some passes while I'm out there.
You should just, yeah. Well, you can run it stock, see if they'll let you.
I don't think. Yeah, I'm sure they would, but I don't know, man. Sometimes when you're all the way on the floor and it shifts between third and fourth, it like skips a little bit. So it's like I don't know if I want to do all that.
Yeah. Doing something like that would be funny.
Yeah. Well, I've said that for years. We should go to like an event like that just for the advertising.
Yeah.
There'd be nothing funnier than sitting at a drag event with all these like badass cars and seeing like a van or like just a freaking old clapped out truck with like a freaking service bed on it, just just beating everything.
Yeah. It would just cost a lot of money to make that van a drag van.
I don't know. I think if we go out there just stock, I think it'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Especially
Would definitely be funny.
Especially if somebody goes out there in like a freaking like Nissan 240Z and we just obliterate it.
Oh, man. Yeah, but yeah, to like make it actually fast. I still think it'd be funny to put some pontoons on it, a little troller motor in the back, and get it on the lake.
That would be great.
Yeah,
that'd be great. We could get like some couple flags to fly. We'd be all over Rockwallian.
Yeah, just drive it straight onto the.
Which would probably be the worst thing, actually. That's the last thing we want is to be on Rockwallian.
Yeah, we could take it to a different lake. Go like Lake Louisville or something.
Lake Louisville would be good. We could do Lake Dallas, Joe Pool Lake.
Joe Pool Lake would be a good one.
Joe Pool would be good. Freaking float it by like some of the Cowboys players or something.
Yeah, some of those little mini yachts, those little couple $100,000 boats, just cruise our little van by. Yeah, that would be fun.
Well, this is quite a bit different from our normal conversation.
Yeah, maybe people like it. Dude. I still don't know how long we've done. I feel like we've only done like 30 minutes.
Well, you're the one with glasses, so you are the only one that has no excuse to not be able to see that over there.
Where's the duration at?
The duration is right there.
Oh, yeah. 39 minutes.
You still can't see.
39 minutes. Yeah, that's a little bitty number.
I just want everybody to know he spent like 10 minutes looking for his glasses earlier.
Mm-hmm. I know it's amazing I get anything done.
So just like every other, since we were on this subject earlier, since you're like every other nicotine addict, I want to congratulate you on quitting smoking.
Thank you.
How'd you quit smoking, by the way?
Started dipping.
One thing to another.
Dude, I like nicotine, man. Can't help it.
Is that something you picked up in the army, or is that something you already had before you went to the army?
Oh man, I've been smoking.
You've been
since I was,
chain
like,
smoking since
14, dude.
14. I was gonna say 12, but 14 is pretty good.
Yeah, I quit in the Army. You have to, and I should have just
I was gonna say, so you quit.
stopped. And then, well, as soon as I got out of basic training, I was like, "Where are them cigarettes at?" But it's funny. Every nicotine user there was like that too. Like the whole time we were there, all the dippers were like, "Man, as soon as I get out of here, I'm getting some dip." All the smokers were like,
Do that again. Do a little table tap
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah,
You're like
they're like,
jittering.
man. There's even one dude in basic training. Like we had to go throw some trash away. He found somebody's cigarette butt on the ground that had just had like a little bit left, and he found it, and there was some matches and an MRE, and he picked up the cigarette butt right off the ground and freaking took like 2 hits off of it, chucked it in the trash. I was like, oh, snap. I didn't do that. I was like,
I was gonna say,
I'm a little bit above that. But
You
that's
know,
how
it's-
bad it was.
you know, it's one thing. It's one thing for like some people, like they can't quit, and they no matter what they do, they can't. You're so bad that you were able to quit and then immediately pick it up again.
Yeah. There's something about it. Nicotine's the worst. You can quit like anything else, but nicotine is poison. I mean, it is poison, but it is so addictive. It's terrible.
Spoken like a true addict.
Yeah. It's a nootropic, though. It's supposed to be good for the brain. Like, brain function, anyways.
Okay.
I mean, really, that's how I get stuff done. Like,
Insane amounts of caffeine and nicotine.
not even caffeine. I don't really, like, I drink coffee every now and then, but just nicotine. With some dip, I can sit at the computer and, like,
Focus.
hours and focus.
That's why your eyes went bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
That's why you had to
I
have
get
glasses.
so much stuff done. I'll dip like crazy, but yeah, I can be there. I mean, I can sit at the computer for like 6 hours, and I only have to get up to pee, and I'm right back at it. Or longer really. Get up, go get a snack, and I'm back all day, all evening. As long as I got my dip, and if I don't have that, I need something else, maybe a cough drop or something.
A cough drop.
Cough drop, yeah. That was another Army thing. The only thing you could have was unflavored cough drops. But
Anyway, I think that's enough of that. We went from irrigation to freaking nicotine.
yeah,
I can see it doesn't take you long to kind of get on a little float tangent about it.
yeah.
That's okay. I'm addicted to spending your money, so I get it.
I'm addicted to them Diet Dr. Peppers.
Hey, yes, they have cocaine in them.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, I think that's Coke that has cocaine
Yeah, Coke
in it.
used to, anyways.
Yeah. Didn't you do cocaine too for a while?
I mean, what are you trying to air out all my dirty laundry for?
Just trying to provide some entertainment. You don't have to answer
I mean,
You don't have to answer truthfully. This is a freaking podcast, bro.
Tried it, but I would not recommend it.
There are some places in society where being not truthful is helpful. This would have been one of them.
It wasn't.
You could have just said nah, or you could have said yeah. I do it all the time and still do it. That would have been funny. You had to be like, oh, I tried it. Oh God, now you just told the truth. Now what?
No,
now,
I'm not gonna lie.
Now we're in this awkward silence.
No. I try not to lie.
That's a fucking lie.
Just airing out all my secrets over here.
Well, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing on this podcast? Is airing out all your secrets?
I guess so. Yeah.
Maybe not your personal secrets though.
No. Try to keep that straight. Now investors are going to be like, oh, that dude's a cokehead.
Hey, good entertainment. It's always worth something.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
If anybody takes us seriously, these last 15 minutes, they probably need to be in a mental health institution anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, to all the investors, I'll pass the drug test. So just
Okay.
come on. Let's bring it.
I'll pee in the cup for you.
I can do it. They can watch me too, man. I'll freaking do it right in front of them.
Oh yeah. Didn't you have to do that in the army? Didn't you have
times.
some big giant guy like looking over you? Like,
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm freaking. They just stand there and look at you like,
get that thing in there.
yep. Let's go ahead, pee. I'm like, okay.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. You got anything you want to leave off on?
Well, is there anything business related we can leave off on?
Other than just be ready, New Year's coming. See if we can make some of these changes happen.
Yeah, get your 2025 plan ready. What are you gonna do? What have you been seeing on the Facebook groups? What are people? I know I still see people talking about CRMs.
Man, the only thing I ever fucking see is people still complaining about blowouts or complaining about invoicing, complaining about products, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I know those problems are so easy. Really, a lot of the stuff I see on there they're very easy problems. Just get it, move on to the more difficult stuff. Yeah, I still think if you're a solo guy, get a CSR, make sure she's handling your calls, get her booking your calls for you. That way you can, and a CRM, CSR and a CRM. That way all you have to focus on is selling the job, getting good at that, get your KPIs up.
I do have a funny feeling that there's going to be like a 15-minute section that gets edited out of this.
No, I'll leave it.
First lie of 2025.
Maybe this will be our best episode.
It might be. I know all the guys will like it if they listen to it. If they can get past that packet.
Yeah, packet one.
Yeah, we gotta be funny sometimes. Maybe just not all at once.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Well, yeah, it's 2025. It's time to make changes.
Yep.
Stop working out of a Ford Ranger.
Oh yeah. I saw somebody else posting about that. What's the best setup for your truck bed? I almost commented a van.
Yeah. A service truck was okay, but the vans definitely seem to be a lot easier to mess with.
He was talking about a pickup. But yeah, I mean, a service truck would be better than that. And a van's even better. It's a moving billboard. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, I like Fords. I'm a Ford person, but fuck Ford Rangers, bro.
Yeah. Just any pickup truck. Get a Ford van, Chevy van, Dodge van, just something. It's a moving billboard. Get that thing wrapped. But you're gonna have to get it wrapped with something good.
Yeah. Don't be don't be like the Stone guys and buy a freaking van and put mailbox letters on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hell, those Stone guys, they make so much money, they don't care. They're working for the builders anyway.
Yeah, they're working for other people.
But well, I think everyone hopefully will enjoy their Christmas and hopefully hopefully another civil war doesn't start or whatever everybody was worried about for the election year.
Yeah, it's over. It's time to make money now. Who cares? Who cares about that stuff?
Yeah. It's time to make it and spend it.
Yeah. Yeah, just focus on you and your business. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
We will see y'all next year.